Hi guys, this is Bill from Spencer1984.com, and it is time for NNL East 2026. Now, if you've not been to an NNL, they always have a theme and a sub-theme for their show. And for this year, the main theme is 63rd anniversary of 1963, and the sub-theme is the 250th anniversary of
America, America.
Yeah, we're doing this. So I'm going to be building the Team America World Police Hummer, and I'm going to be using Revell's California Wheels H2 as the starting point for it. Now, this kit came out around the same time as their Escalade and SSR, both excellent kits, so I'm hoping this one is as well. I got this one used, a little beat up as you can see, but as far as I know, everything is in here, everything is intact, just a roughed up box. Quick overview of what comes in it. Got some pictures. Got a little write-up on the H2. We've got the obligatory product shots over here. Pretty standard fare all the way around. Taking a look inside the box here. And right up top, we're starting with the instructions. Pretty standard fare from Revell. Gives you a good write-up at the top. If you want to pause this and read it, feel free. Got a whole bunch of extra stuff in it, but otherwise, they're pretty basic. Exploded diagram, nothing too fancy in here. And next up, we've got the decal sheet, and this one is set up. It's got some tribal flames on it. It's got the Hummer for the grill, door badges, side marker lights, some decals for the subwoofer, the instrument cluster, and the license plates. I mean, look pretty sharp. That license plate could never be on a Hummer because that was the 80s style for California, but whatever. We've got the rear window separately bagged so that nothing scratches up. We've got a second bag, and that has all four of the side windows in it. And you can see they've got some frosted edges on them so that we have some paint mask edges. I do like it when they put everything in separate baggies so that it doesn't get damaged in transit. That's always been a nice touch. Wish more would do that. Got a third bag. That's got the windshield with the sunroof attached to it. And then it's got all of the lights. We've got headlights, driving lights, markers, the gauge cluster cover, and the tail lights. We've got a big chrome parts tree with a second smaller one inside, and a third medium size also in there. That's got the running rails, the grille, those big wheels, a couple little interior components it looks like. And not a whole lot of parts trees. Looks like a pretty simple kit. We've got one that's just the subwoofers for the back. I'm not going to be using that, but it'll be nice to have for a future build. We've got the inside of the tailgate. Definitely some shades of their Caddy Escalade kit here. We've got the passenger side door panels. That's got some pretty nice detail on it, actually. We got the door handles, the window controls, speakers, seat belts. That's pretty nice. And here is the same panel for the driver's side of the truck. We've got two that are stuck together. There we go. We've got the disc brakes for all four corners, as well as the exhaust system. We've got a little bit of a hollow tip on that. It's a nice touch there. We've got the interior components. We've got the dashboard. It's got some pretty nice detail on the face of it. You can see the radio, the comfort controls. Got the steering wheel and the steering column. And then flip it over to the other side, and we've got the center console. And that's got the stuff for the back seat, as well as the shift lever and cup holders for the middle. And we've got the seats, two bucket seats up front, a bench seat for the rear, and then the backs for all three of those. And getting into the first of the black parts trees, we've got the front bumper. That's got the buckets for the driving lights cast into it. That's pretty nice looking there. And we got separate wipers here. Those are looking pretty good, actually. Have decent detail for the blade and everything. And above that, we've got the vent for the hood. And finally, we've got the rear bumper, and that's got the tow hooks and the trailer hitch molded into them. And we've got another parts tree that's got the 2 axles on it, and drive shafts are cast as part of those. Yeah, got some hollow there. Don't know how that's going to work out. Looks a little cheesy, but it's on the bottom, so that might not be an issue. We'll have to see. The Escalade had a similar setup, and that looked pretty good, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt for now. We've got another one here, and that's got all of the external parts. Got the door handles, the hood latches, roof rack, and the mirror components, and those are not square on the backers at all. You actually see there's chrome sticking out the sides. Oh, that's not really great. Gonna have to do something different with those. And then down at the bottom there, we've got the fuel fill. The latches look pretty good, at least. So yeah, other than the mirrors, that looks okay. And the last of the black parts trees, we've got the rest of the front suspension, the center carrier, and then up here we've got the sway bar and the mirror housings. And all that looks pretty straightforward. Yeah, I think if I replace the glass, those will look just fine. And then we've got a couple of parts here in white. We've got the tailgate and the vents for either side of the rear window. And it's got a cast-in wiper in the back, as well as the license plate and the clearance lights up top. And then we're on to the body itself, which overall looks pretty good. Got a big piece of plastic got to cut out of the sunroof there. But other than that, don't really see a whole lot that needs to be cleaned up. Parting lines look really faint. Don't really see any flash at all to speak of. Got a cast-in radiator for showing through the grill. It's a nice touch. And it's got pretty decent detail for the cowl vents. The roof clearance lights look good. Yeah, pretty good overall. I think that'll work out just fine. And then the last few bits here, we've got the main interior floor. And not really a whole lot of detail here. Cargo area looks pretty decent, but this is going to be completely covered by the way that I'm building it. Otherwise, just the platforms for the seats in the center console. And then we've got the main chassis. And that looks pretty good. That looks a lot like their Escalade kit, the way that they've got it set up. So it's got the cast-in engine, the cast-in fuel tank, but the way that they've got the suspension, at least on that kit, once it was all layered, it actually looked pretty good. And you can see it's got decent depth to it. I mean, if you want a full engine, this isn't going to deliver, but for a decent looking curbside, I think this will work out just fine. And then we've just got a few more little bits in here. First up, we've got the hardware, 2 axles, and was about 6 screws it looks like. We've got the big old rubber band tires, which obviously are not going to be used in this, because I'm going to be using these, which are off of Maisto's H2. The tires themselves might be a little bit small because that was a 27th die cast, but got an idea for that. First up though, I'm going to get started work on the body. Okay, first up, I've added some styrene to the hood to help flatten that out. I'm going to have to make some adjustments because the movie truck wasn't exactly an H2, it was just very close to it, but I still wanted to get that flat hood. So first thing, got this. Now I'm going to add some Bondo to it. And that's how that looks. It's a little bit of glazing and spot putty. Then I sanded that down. I added the cowl induction scoop. That's out of the AMT Falcon Ranchero kit. And then I went over everything with some Tamiya white putty just to smooth out the last of the cracks in the pinholes. And I think that's going to be about it for bodywork for me. So now I'm going to get this into paint, see how that looks. And here it is in its red, white, and blue base coat. So the white is Tamiya Pure White. The red is dull red with clear red over top of it. And the blue is just straight TS15 blue. And overall, I think it looks okay. Need to do a little cleanup, but really not too bad. The chassis is coming together pretty good. It does have that layered effect that I was thinking it would. And really, yeah, it's a curbside, but you're going to be hard-pressed to tell unless you really, really want to open the hood on it. So that looks pretty good. And then last up is the interior, and that also came together pretty good. The only modification I've made so far is I did add the button for the Valmorphizer. That's just a little metal chrome bezel with a craft gem in the middle of it. Pretty much everything else is just straight out of the kit. And this is all done in white primer, so it's got that kind of satin white finish to it. Next up, I add all of the markings and the wheels. And we are on the home stretch with this. So starting with the interior, I added the bulkhead to hide all of the gadgets they've got in the back, and then I stuck an M16 to it. It's just a piece of corrugated cardboard, but that's going to serve perfectly for what I needed to do with it. And I just laminated some white vinyl on top of that. Next up is chassis now got the side rails and the wheels and tires on it. And the movie truck didn't have the cleated tires like this, but it did have really wide tires that actually stuck out past the sides of the truck. And I pulled these from a Spin Master monster truck because I found out in a previous project that 64th scale monster truck tires make pretty decent 25th scale large-ish truck tires. Those are the Maisto wheels. I just had to add spacers to the insides just to get the full width. And then I added some brakes. Don't know. Yeah, you can sort of see. Easier on the back. These are just some parts box disc brakes that I had. And then finally, I've got all of the markings on the body now. And yeah, I think I've got my red, white, and blue theme going on. So I drew up all the decals myself. They're based on the movie truck, but rearranged to fit an actual H2. I did swap out the taillights. I liked the look of the round taillights in the movie, so I thought that would be a fun addition to go with. And yeah, everything else coming along pretty good. So now I just need to pull it all together. So give ourselves the usual little turntable. And there we go. I don't have the roof flashers on it yet, but everything else at this point is done. Everything is pulled together, screwed together. Fit and finish on this kit were very nice. It does fit the mold that I was kind of expecting from Revell kits from this era. Give it the rest of the turnaround here. And overall, I think this came out pretty decent. Take a quick look at the interior. I don't know. Yeah, you can see that rear bulkhead in there. Underneath, all came together pretty well. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. So this and I will be at NNL East this weekend. If you get a chance to stop by, be sure to say hi. And I will have coverage of the show in next week's video with a new project after that, so you can check back then. And thanks for watching.
America.